Right now, a suspected drunk driver displaces some downtown residents after crashing into their home, leaving it unsafe to live in.
Plus, the Middleton Cross Plains Area School District looking to fill a gaping hole within the district's busing system. The impact of a bus driver shortage. It's all ahead on News 3 now at 10. Well, take a look at some of this damage here. A suspected drunk driver is in police custody after crashing into a downtown Madison home Sunday afternoon.
It certainly gave those living there a scare. Tahlil Mohideen spoke with the building's owner about the damage left behind.
The bricklayer is my old roommate, so I called him up right away. Hey, Mike, I need your help.
It's not how Cliff Fisher planned to spend his Sunday afternoon. But when he got a call from his tenant,
Saying you need to come down here, a car just wiped out our front deck.
At first he thought she was exaggerating. That is, until he saw the damage for himself.
This guy just demolished the whole thing. He must have been just flying along.
A suspected drunk driver had crashed into his two-story on South Blair Street, taking out the porch completely and causing a partial structural collapse. To keep the second-floor balcony stable, workers have placed these support beams, and once they finish laying down the foundation, they'll be able to lift it back up to its original place.
If somebody would have been there in that room, the whole foundation would have collapsed on her.
Luckily, the first-floor apartment was vacant. That tenant moved out only 3 weeks prior. But the folks living upstairs were home when the crash happened. Shaken up.
She wouldn't come out, you know. The firemen had to help her get out when they left.
Since Fisher and his team have been working quickly to make sure it's safe for her to come back home.
I have $10,000 deductible, so I have to eat it.
Paying the price for someone else's actions. A driver, Fisher says, never should have been behind the wheel.
They need to pass a law that if you don't have a license, you shouldn't be able to register a car.
Police say that driver, a 58-year-old man, tried to flee after the crash, but was arrested on tentative charges of fourth offense OWI and resisting or obstructing an officer. Reporting in downtown Madison, Tahlil Mohideen, News 3 Now.
If you're not a fan of the hot weather, this little cool down we've had over the last 2 days had to feel nice.
But what has not felt good is the air quality. A little hazy out there. You can see it in that shot. So what is the culprit behind this air quality issue? Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti here with a check of our first warn forecast.
Guess what? More wildfire smoke from Canada. That's nothing new, but another batch of it's heading in our direction. In fact, air quality advisories have been issued for the entire state of Wisconsin by the Department of Natural Resources through noon on Thursday. So we're going to see several days of wildfire smoke. I've had a couple people say that they could actually smell it in the air, and it's going to probably get thicker tomorrow. Time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam shows how it was cloudy for much of the day. There was very little in the way of rain, and then as the clouds started to clear, you can kind of see that haze moving back in from the wildfire smoke. Rain vision rainfall accumulation for the last 24 hours shows most of the rain fell in the Fox Valley into far eastern Wisconsin, very little across our viewing area. High resolution radar, nothing out there right now, and skies are actually clearing out. High temperatures today held down because of the cloud cover. 75 the high in Madison, 76 at the Baraboo Dells Airport. And right now temperatures are mainly in the upper 60s, a few places still around 70, including Milwaukee at 72. And here in Dane County, it's 70 in McFarland, 69 degrees in Stoughton, and 70 degrees in Edgerton. Look for skies to gradually clear out overnight. It'll be pleasant with a low temperature of 58 degrees. Temperatures will go up. The wildfire smoke will be here. What are our rain chances? I'll take a look at that in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Former Badger football player Marcus Allen accepted a deal with the Dane County DA office today. Allen was arrested for carrying a stolen gun in his backpack earlier this year at the Mifflin Street block party. The district attorney confirmed today that Allen was referred to the Deferred Prosecution program. That means if he completes the program, he won't face any charges related to that incident. We reached out to Allen's attorney to learn more about what the Deferred Prosecution program entails, but did not hear back.
There are some traffic changes for Madison drivers who commute on Atwood Avenue. Northbound drivers will now use the newly paved lane on the lake side of the street between Walter Street and Oak Ridge Avenue, and then weave back to the other side of the street. Southbound drivers should continue to detour from Fair Oaks Avenue to Milwaukee Street to Stoughton Road and then onto Cottage Grove Road. The full project started earlier this year. Includes reconstructing Atwood Avenue, adding additional paths and sidewalks for non-motorists, and replacing sanitary sewers and water mains. And it should all be done this fall. Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul, law enforcement and educators are asking lawmakers to reconsider cutting funding to the state's Office of School Safety. The program has been in place since 2018 to prevent school violence. It had also distributed safety grants to Wisconsin schools, provided training, and had blueprints of school layouts. The Department of Justice asked for $2.2 million over the next 2 years to fund the office. The Joint Finance Committee voted not to fund the program earlier this month. The Middleton School District is seeking new bus drivers after experiencing a shortage last year.
Well, the district hopes its recruitment efforts can help steer things in the right direction. Due to the shortage, many field trips were canceled. Students experienced tardiness in some cases to class and also extracurricular activities. The school district says kids are also missing valuable interactions with the drivers.
There are also school bus drivers that are starting the student's day and ending the student's day on a very positive note. So a lot of times we have that interaction with our school bus drivers. If a student hasn't been riding for a couple of days or a longer period of time, our school bus drivers typically reach out and ask, like, hey, is everything okay?
A drive-a-bus event is scheduled for July 11th for interested drivers to get behind the wheel. The goal is to get people comfortable and licensed before the upcoming school year. Millions of dollars in federal funding is headed to the Madison Metro Transit. The transit system will get $37.9 million to purchase electric buses, charging equipment, and solar panels. Across the country, there are 130 recipients of funding from the U.S. Department of Transportation's Federal Transit Administration. Money for the funding comes from a grant program by the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. Beloit also received several $100,000 for upgrades to its transit system. In Grant County, a car carrying 2 grandparents and 2 grandchildren was struck head-on by a suspected drunk driver last night, killing the grandmother and critically injuring 3 others in the car. It happened on Highway 18 near Hickland Hollow Road. The Grant County Sheriff's Office investigation into that crash found that a pickup truck driven by a 57-year-old man from Bloomington crossed the center line of the highway and hit a car carrying the set of grandparents from Prairie du Chien and their grandchildren. Authorities pronounced the grandmother dead at the scene. The grandfather and the 2 granddaughters, ages 5 and 7, were taken to the hospital. The suspected drunk driver faces multiple charges, including homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. He's being held in the Grant County Jail.
Pedestrian deaths in Madison are on the decline. Despite a new report that shows statewide fatalities on the rise, they're actually falling here in the city. Madison's Pedestrian and Bicycle Administrator says reducing pedestrian deaths is part of accomplishing Mayor Rhodes Conway's Vision Zero plan. In Madison, pedestrian fatalities fell from 5 in 2021 to only 2 last year. While officials say 1 death is 1 too many, it is a sign that work to reduce deaths in Madison is working. So far this year, Madison has had 2 pedestrian deaths, while statewide there have been 30. The man who killed 5 people and injured 19 others in a shooting inside a Colorado LGBTQ nightclub last year will go to prison for the rest of his life.
Anderson Lee Aldridge pleaded guilty to 51 murder and attempted murder charges today. A judge sentenced him to 5 life sentences and more than 2,200 years in prison for the dozens of attempted murder charges. That shooting happened inside Club Q, a club in Colorado Springs, last November. Prosecutors could not seek the death penalty because Colorado abolished it in 2020.
Cases like this are why the death penalty should exist in the state of Colorado. The victims in this case deserve the ultimate punishment that the law can provide.
Now, while the state doesn't have the death penalty, federal prosecution for hate crimes could still mean Aldridge faces that ultimate punishment. Speaking of the death penalty, that's what prosecutors in Idaho plan to seek against the man charged with killing 4 University of Idaho students. That's according to a court filing from today. Brian Koberger, charged with stabbing the 4 college students to death at a house in Moscow in November. He denies wrongdoing, and his attorneys say the DNA of 2 other men was found at the scene. They claim Koberger has no connection to the victims.
And take a look at this. A man convicted of 2 murders in a 33-year-old Florida cold case assaulted his lawyer in court today. Joseph Zeeler was attending his sentencing earlier today when he was caught on camera elbowing his attorney in the face. The assault happened before bailiffs took Zeeler out. He was found guilty of first-degree murder in 2 1990 killings back in May. Well, more stories are ahead at 10. Can taking a pill help with weight loss?
Well, researchers think so, and we'll share the results from an experimental trial with just how much weight people were able to shed by taking a daily pill. Stay with us.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the Best Evening Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Intuitive sit to start and the all-electric ID4. It's the little things. It's a VW. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get a $7,500 lease bonus on a new 2023 all-electric ID4.
Trust your feet to Morgan's Shoes.
Birkenstock ushers in a new collection with clean lines, easier than ever closures, and the most necessary footbed in your closet. Slide into Morgan's Shoes and shop our new Birkenstock arrivals. See what's fresh for spring and summer. Birkenstock platforms and wedges, cork-powered sneakers, or up your game with our iconic men's and women's sandals.
Comfort with style. Trust your feet to Morgan's Shoes.
Morgan's Shoes, Hilldale.
Special report.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile with no contract. Call 1-833-743-4999.
The Coopers here just got Spectrum One. Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection. Look, with Spectrum Internet, I can stream Spectrum News across all our devices.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats, keeping our family and devices safe and secure.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
And it includes nationwide 5G.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile with the fastest wireless speeds. Call 1-833-743-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
Why are there 2 extra seats? I know, Uncle Dane and his giant beard.
The Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom. Get 3.9% APR financing for 60 months on new 2023 Atlas Family SE Tech with 4Motion models. Limited inventory available.
It's J. Hud Court with Judge Mathis. Then, remember this little queen? She is back with more moves. Plus, Chase Rice performs.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
There are new developments in the race to develop a daily pill for people who want to lose weight. Researchers found a daily pill called orforglipron from drug maker Eli Lilly helped participants with obesity lose nearly 15% of their body weight over 36 weeks. Those findings were published in the New England Journal of Medicine. Additionally, a study released yesterday found the active ingredient in popular injectable diabetes drugs like Ozempic could be effective in reducing weight when taken in pill form every day.
All of these medications work by teaching sort of that hormonal axis between the brain and the gut, the way that your brain tells your digestive system, look, you've had enough. It's those hormones that these medications are impacting.
Side effects from orforglipron include vomiting, constipation, diarrhea, and burping. 10 to 17% of participants had to stop taking the drug. Still, experts say the pills in development would be an alternative to those once-a-week injections that are currently available, and they may cost less. School is out, screens are on. Health experts say children and adolescents spend a lot of time on mobile devices, gaming consoles, TVs, and more.
Over the summer, kids may turn to screens more often because they have more time on their hands. And it doesn't have to be that way, though. Screens do have a place in a child's life, but experts encourage parents to set some boundaries, sticking to 2 to 3 hours a day of screen time. Ideas for getting your kids to spend time away from screens includes neighborhood walks, scavenger hunts, museum trips, or a visit to the library. Play dates are also a good way to keep kids entertained and to keep them being social.
Good luck to all parents.
Good luck. Wisconsin will receive more than $1 billion in federal funding to expand high-speed internet statewide. It's part of more than $40 billion being distributed nationwide by the Biden administration to deliver high-speed internet in places where service is too slow or there's none to begin with.
around 24 million Americans across this country, there's no high-speed internet. And for millions more, the internet connection is limited or unreliable. High-speed internet isn't a luxury anymore. It's become an absolute necessity.
President Biden has pledged that every U.S. household will have access to high-speed internet by 2030. Texas is receiving the most federal funding, more than $3.3 billion. Well, a brand new season of Tough as Nails returns to CBS this weekend, and one of the 12 contestants calls Southern Wisconsin home.
Toolmaker Todd Anderson of Janesville is competing for the $200,000 grand prize. Now, if you're not familiar with how the show works, each week, contestants compete in challenges in order to stay in the running to win. The lowest performers of each challenge are put up against each other for another challenge, and the loser of that challenge is eliminated. This continues each episode until there's just one person left, the Tough as Nails champion. While he hopes to win, Todd says it was great to meet and work alongside fellow contestants that share similar interests.
It was really interesting to see how you can grow with other people so quick and get to learn about them, and can't wait to see them again. The challenges and stuff that we did together, it's amazing how in a short period of time you can get together and get that synergy, and that works, and it was really pretty cool.
To follow along with Todd's journey, tune into the special 2-hour season premiere of Tough as Nails Sunday night at 7 o'clock.
Air traffic controllers are warning they don't have enough workers to meet the increasing demand of air traffic. The National Air Traffic Controllers Association says there are 1,200 fewer certified controllers than 10 years ago. Its union is calling on Congress to require the FAA to hire more. That's something the DOT agrees with. Last week, the DOT Inspector General issued a report warning the lack of controllers could pose a risk to operations. That's what happened last summer when staffing issues at one facility in Florida resulted in thousands of delayed flights. Congress is currently determining a new budget for the FAA. The agency is asking for 1,800 new controllers next year.
Independence Day is next week. AAA projecting that nearly 51 million Americans will travel somewhere more than 50 miles from home, more than 43 million of them by car. It's expected many people will take Friday and then Monday off to turn it into a long holiday weekend. If you're one of the millions of Americans traveling, know that if you leave Friday, you could run into some heavy holiday traffic.
Friday is going to be the worst day for driving because everyone's going to be on the road at that time. So you can leave Thursday night or Saturday morning. That would be ideal.
And with gas prices holding steady, travel analysts don't anticipate much pain at the pump. But the same cannot be said for the record 4.2 million flyers set to take off that weekend. Airfares are up as much as 50% over last year.
If your 4th of July plans include a cruise, hopefully you do not experience this. Normally, when you think of cruise ships, you envision sun and fun, not a torrential downpour. A passenger on Royal Caribbean's Independence of the Seas recorded this at Port Canaveral earlier this month. The ship hadn't even left the dock yet when this strong storm rolled in. It lasted roughly 10 minutes, but you could see the wind blew around those umbrellas, lounge chairs, and more. Fortunately, the ship was able to depart shortly thereafter. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is back, and some people would actually not mind having a storm like that here right now.
Well, yeah, we could use the rain, certainly not the wind. When I was on my cruise last September, we ran into 75-mile-an-hour wind.
It follows you, Gary.
It does. Yeah. Well, then that area got hit by a hurricane a week later that hit Nova Scotia, so we were lucky. But a lot of times hurricanes bring a fair amount of moisture to the southeastern part of the country, and unfortunately for us, there's just nothing that just wants to give us any kind of moisture. Now, there's also been a lot of severe weather down in the southern part of the United States. This is just over the last 3 days. Look at all the wind reports, several tornado reports, a lot of hail reports, and that also affected areas closer to the Midwest, including several tornado reports in the area right around Indianapolis, a lot of wind reports through northern Illinois, and some hail reports in northern Indiana. But closer to home, everything stayed pretty much just to our south. A little bit of hail in far southern portions of Grant County, strong winds about 51 miles an hour in South Beloit. That's about as close as it got. Not only keeping the severe weather away is nice, but the rain, boy, we could use that. And you can see the Doppler track in the southeastern part of the country. They got hammered with flooding last week. Now this week, more rain. And, so they're the haves and the have-nots. Here in our part of the country, well, take a look. southern Wisconsin, south of Dane County, maybe an inch or two. This is over the last 3 days. Also areas north of the Dells, about an inch or two there. But most of the central part of our viewing area, about a ½ inch to an inch of rain at a time of year where we normally get about 1 inch of rain per week. Heaviest rains were over far southwestern Wisconsin, eastern parts of Iowa. They got a couple of 2-inch reports there, but take a look what's out there now. Really nothing. The last of the showers moving southward over Lake Michigan and down into northwestern Indiana, across the upper Midwest. Most of the rain is in Michigan, but to our west, coming in our direction, nothing other than northerly winds that are bringing in wildfire smoke. And we do have air quality advisories for all of Wisconsin, Michigan, northern Indiana through noon on Thursday for wildfire smoke that will stick around for the next few days. In fact, the computer model forecasts show the worst of the wildfire smoke moving in tonight and into the day tomorrow, thanks to those northerly winds driving the smoke down from Canada. Then as we head from later Tuesday into early Wednesday, the bulk of the heavier smoke shifts to the south and east because it's just kind of all pushed down. But watch what happens as we start to head into Wednesday. Winds start to shift around to a southeasterly direction, so that smoke kind of works its way right back into southern Wisconsin. That's why we're expecting it to stick around at least through Thursday. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. At least we'll be back to some sunshine, hazy sunshine at that, as the clouds move off to the east. Temperatures back in the 80s beginning tomorrow, and then some chances for rain from Tuesday night into Saturday, but small chances at that. 82 for the high tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. It'll be hazy, warmer than today when high temperatures reach the middle 70s. 84 for the high in Fitchburg, 80 in Deerfield, and 81 planning your day in Albion with lots of sunshine across the rest of southern Wisconsin. 83 for the high in Janesville, 82 Platteville, and 82 in Prairie du Chien. But rainfall from late Tuesday through Saturday night, not very much. Maybe southeastern Wisconsin getting some heavier showers, ½ inch to an inch of rain there. Madison, maybe a quarter to a ½ inch. And the farther north and west you go, the lesser the rain will be. And again, we need some more rain. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast. That's when our best chances for rain will be from Tuesday night, slight chance Wednesday, better chances Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then dry weather for next week. And notice those temperatures going right back up to the lower 90s. 4th of July, near 90, but at least it'll be dry.
And after 6 months talking about Aaron Rodgers, what about another Packer legend? Will the Pack's all-time leading scorer return this year? We've got your answer next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Why did you switch? With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and 1 free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-685-4999.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's?
Try a toasted bagel sandwich and pair it with a $2 medium iced coffee. Now even bolder.
Brothers Maine enjoys 4th of July festivities with family, friends, and fabulous kitchen and laundry deals. Our fireworks of savings on GE appliances and free delivery will make you ooh and ah. Feel like family at Brothers Maine.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota. Let's go places.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer probably won't be back in Green Bay for a 17th season. No, I'm not talking about Aaron Rodgers. I'm talking about Mason Crosby. It's a changing of the guard in Green Bay, but Mason Crosby, he doesn't want to move on just yet. He told Wilde and Tausch this morning that he doesn't expect to wear the green and gold this year. The Packers drafted a kicker in the 6th round, and number 2 hasn't heard much from the Pack this offseason. So for now, he waits for his next opportunity.
I mean, would I love to be able to just say, yeah, I want to play 2 more years in Green Bay and like have that time frame? You know, I think that's what every athlete would, dream to have as an opportunity, but I just don't think that's the reality. I'm getting myself ready for training camp and, feeling good. Excited for what this next opportunity holds, and we'll see what happens.
After posting back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, Braylon Allen is back for blood in 2023. Under a new coaching staff, a new playbook, new teammates, Camp Randall will look different this fall. The familiar face will be Braylon Allen running the ball. After an offseason with the new staff, the junior bell cow feels the unprecedented hype and expectations, but he says he's ready to exceed them.
Huge. I think it's huge for myself individually, but even bigger for us as a team. Obviously, with a whole new coaching staff and everything, there's a lot of expectation. I think we're ready to exceed those. I believe we all trust in the work that we've been putting in, trust our preparation. We're going to continue to work hard throughout the rest of the summer and camp going into the season. We'll be ready.
Brewers in the Big Apple, first game in a 4-game set with the Mets. Top 6, Crew trail 1-0, and Joey Wiemer provides all the offense they'd need on Monday. A 2-run shot straightaway center to take a 2-1 cheesy lead. Bottom 9, Devin Williams gets the job done. His 14th save of the year gives Milwaukee a 2-1 win. They've won 3 of their first 4 on a 10-game road trip. Staying on the diamond, where a national champion was crowned tonight in the NCAA, LSU blew out Florida 18-4, winning the 2023 Men's College World Series. And Bobby Portis is coming to Madison to take in a Forward Madison game. On July 20th, the Milwaukee Bucks star will be cheering on the Mingos, and you will have a chance to meet and take a picture with BP. The gates will open at 6 o'clock, and the match starts at 7. The VIP Portis package sold out in a little over 2 hours. We'll be right back.
Hot deals are back. 6-pack Pepsi products, $2.49 each when you buy 4. Whole seedless watermelon, $3.88 each. Lay's Kettle Cooked or Rolled Gold, $1.77 each when you buy 3. Get the hottest deals all week long at Hy-Vee.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Upgrade your outdoor landscaping with 11% off everything at Menards. Create your dream outdoor living space with our huge in-stock selection of concrete landscape blocks. Install your patio faster with these 16 by 16-inch Easy Slate patio blocks. Only $3.99 each after rebate. Find the perfect outdoor lighting for your patio and walkway with Patriot Lighting. Add a beautiful accent with these color-changing solar LED landscape lights. Now just $3.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Get over 50% off on this sofa chaise right now at the 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture. Everything's on sale. Incredible deals. Up to 60% off list throughout the store and up to 70% off on clearance items. What a sale. The 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my skin with itch. It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill once a day. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. And they felt dramatic and fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Hy-Vee hot deals are back. Ground beef, $2.98 for a 1-pound roll. Special recipe brats, 8 for $12 when you buy 8, plus a 16-cent fuel saver. And Bush's baked beans, $1.68. Get the hottest deals all week long at Hy-Vee.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Well, marketing for next month's Barbie movie is in full swing. So much so that the Barbie Dreamhouse is now available as an Airbnb rental in Malibu. Best part, the rental is free. You just have to win an online contest. The movie, which stars Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, hits theaters on July 21st. Starting July 17th, you can go to Airbnb.com to take your chance at one of 2 free bookings as part of the contest.
It's a lot of pink.
It is a lot of pink.
Pass.
Oh, you know, if it was free, you would do this.
Oh, I would. I don't care about the pink roof. That's got to be a sweet view. Malibu? Malibu Barbie, right?
We're in this. We're in this.
Gary, what do you think? Forecast?
I think I got to worry more about the wildfire smoke than renting the Barbie B&B. Live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Already getting a little hazy out there. We have that air quality advisory until noon Thursday for the entire state of Wisconsin. Temperature's pretty comfortable right now. 69 Madison, 70 in Janesville.
Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.